All right, guys. The latest update. We know police tried to stop this motorcycle first in Mesa. Now it's up north of Anthem, near Joy Ranch Road. All right, guys, for those of you just tuning in, we are watching a motorcycle pursuit. We have confirmation from police that the motorcycle is stolen. Police tried to pull this motorcycle over way back in Mesa, and it's already north of Anthem. It's pretty crazy, Kinsey.
Yeah, I'm imagining there's not too much. How much gasoline can you have left on a trek like that?
Right, you eventually have to pull over to the gas station. That's a good point.
But they are seeming to be going awfully fast. And seems, I think it was you saying, was it you saying it earlier, how dangerous it feels just to watch this? Just to watch the motorcyclist, it feels dangerous.
It is. I mean, I'm already freaked out today. This morning I was on the freeway and a motorcyclist was in front of me. And I just kept I was like, how do I know he's not going to just like make some crazy turn? Or
Well,
like,
we're also coming from Los Angeles, California, where they pass you like crazy
right.
in Los Angeles.
And you're always afraid if I'm changing a lane.
Yeah, I've got to pay extra special attention to. Oh, we've stumbled into some traffic.
Uh-oh. All right, guys, the latest update, we know that the Harley rider is now heading south back towards Phoenix. That is the latest. Again, police tried to pull this suspect over back in Mesa, then he traveled north. He was on Interstate 17, he was north of Anthem. He has now turned around and is traveling back towards Phoenix.
We did see some comments directed at us in regards to the police officers. Typically, from what we've seen, specifically in Los Angeles and Phoenix, police keep or the O.J. Simpson case, police keep such a great distance in these high-speed chases, and I really don't. It's just what their protocol is. I don't know if they've ever explained it to us, but police do keep a very great distance in these chases, but they are behind him. I overheard, although they haven't sent us, our producers haven't confirmed with us. I overheard that we are in Cave Creek, which is where I live. And if they truly are in Cave Creek, the construction he's about to hit is going to be so unfortunate. It's also a very touristy destination. So it's a lot of people, trying to cruise down the road at 20 miles an hour just to see all of the exciting and unique sights around this cute little vacation-y town. So between the construction and the tourists, if he truly is headed in the direction of Cave Creek, should be interesting.
Oh, guys, we have lost this feed. Not sure what happened to our chopper feed, guys. We are working to get that back for you. I know thousands of you are tuning in to watch this motorcycle chase that we have been following nonstop. In case you guys missed it, we are going to get you guys some video of it so that if you missed it or you're just joining us, we still got you covered. Don't walk away. We have this for you here on News Now. All right, guys, now we know that the motorcyclist is going down Scottsdale Road. So earlier we reported he was in Cave Creek. You turn Scottsdale Road basically curves into Cave Creek. So we're going the opposite way, back towards Scottsdale.
Depending on where he is on Scottsdale Road, you can go up to like 50 miles an hour on this road, so this could get pretty intense while he heads closer into North Scottsdale. One comment we see, Vader's chuckle. You can tell it's Phoenix from the construction. So we've seen this motorcyclist start in Mesa. There was a report of a stolen motorcycle. Police started pursuing the motorcyclist in Mesa, Arizona. The suspect has gone through Anthem, Cave Creek, and is now on Scottsdale Road heading towards North Scottsdale. The speed limit around this area goes up to, I believe, 50 and 60 miles an hour. And you can see that the suspect is milking that.
All right, guys, we know we are now on Scottsdale Road, 7 miles north of Loop 101.
Look at that traffic, though. Stuck in traffic. What are you going to do now?
Crazy.
He is not, doesn't have a care in the world.
All right, guys, Kinsey and Samia joining you. Thank you guys for tuning into our coverage. This motorcycle chase is absolutely crazy. When I first heard about it, I didn't know what to believe because we follow these police pursuits very often. Typically, it's a car that we're following along.
Right.
I've seen a box truck, a big rig. That's been pretty crazy. A motorcycle, I'm impressed with his driving or his riding skills.
And honestly, this has been going on for at least an hour. This started right before you took over the ship, and it was Mike on, and it began in Mesa, and now we're headed towards the Loop 101 on Scottsdale Road. So I think, we might have.
Oh.
Fox Nationals now picked up this story. So Fox National has now picked up the motorcycle chase.
Yep, and they reported it as Anthem, Arizona. Although it's Scottsdale Road,
Yeah.
just north of 101. Is that considered Anthem?
I don't think so. No,
I think
think it was an
it's
Anthem,
between
like-
North Phoenix and Cave Creek.
Right. I think it was I would say we were reporting Anthem about 20 minutes ago, but now we're closer to North Scottsdale. We're closer to the Nordstrom's rack on Frank Lloyd Wright. He's going to head into that Frank Lloyd Wright really busy retail area here pretty soon. Or he'll jump on the 101. You see right here, he was on
Right.
Dynamite. Oh no, did he turn right there? So,
Here, let me move us out of the way in case we're covering him just for a second.
so he's headed westbound on Dynamite, no longer headed towards that retail section.
Interesting, interesting. So Dynamite Road, westbound. So he turned
So yeah,
from
it was
Scottsdale
on
Road.
he was on Scottsdale Road.
So maybe we can pull up a map so that we can figure out what he'll be passing. So we know he's heading west on Dynamite, probably towards 64th Street, and eventually going to hit Tatum if he continues on Dynamite Road. It's so interesting also watching one of these pursuits because so often we're carrying pursuits here on News Now that are coming in from like Southern California.
Los Angeles.
Typically that's where we get them.
Right.
So I know, we are concerned for the safety of those people on the road, obviously, but it's one of those things where it's almost slightly exciting that it's happening here locally instead.
It's interesting to see it happen locally because in Los Angeles you're just looking at concrete and you're looking at freeways, and here you're looking at this beautiful desert. But we do hope that everybody is safe, including the suspect, because this has been a very high-speed chase throughout the afternoon.
That is very...
And again, I'm just surprised that it's lasted as long as it has because it's 1:52 now Arizona time if you're not watching us, if you're watching us from a different city or a part of the country. It's 1:52 here, and I would say that this started at about 12:50.
Right.
This has been going on for about an hour. This is, he started in Mesa, Arizona. It was a reported motorcycle being stolen, and here we are almost closer to North Scottsdale. So,
I think I would consider this... Is it still Scottsdale?
no, well, he was headed towards North Scottsdale. I don't know what you would consider.
I'm going to
this.
just call this the Phoenix Police Pursuit for now. I'm just going to update the lower third since he's not on Scottsdale Road anymore.
Good call.
So one of the things we liked doing on News Now over the last year was always reading viewer comments. Before we had a chat room. Right now, we typically turn to Twitter to read some of your comments. So if you guys have any thoughts or concerns or questions during this chase, all you gotta do is tweet Kinsey or I, and we will read some of your comments on air while we watch this
And answer
chase.
any questions we can in
That's true.
regards to what we've been seeing throughout the hour.
Right.
I mean, what is the objective here, though?
If you're the suspect?
Yeah, I don't think you have way too many eyes on you. Just from our social media alone here at Fox 10, you have almost 20,000 eyeballs on you.
true.
You've got, what we don't show you is the police keep a very good distance between the suspect and themselves. There's a huge difference if you watch the OJ Bronco chase. You saw
right.
how far back the cops were. It's similar here. The cops keep a huge distance. So not only do you have almost, how many eyeballs? You've
Almost
got
20,000.
almost 20,000
I guess-
eyeballs on you just
Well, if
online
you double
alone.
that, 40,000, I guess.
Just online
Assuming
alone.
everyone has two eyes.
But I got it. But you're wearing glasses, so you have 4. If you imagine all these people that are watching, do you really think you're gonna get away?
I don't
Do you really
know.
think you're gonna slide into some garage in a mini storage unit and just disappear off into obscurity like in the movies? There's way too much activity around this one person and this one stolen motorcycle out of Mesa.
So much
to
activity.
me, I would be like, I'm out.
I know, he keeps going though, and I see so many of you guys tweeting us now. Joe's asking, are there cops following him? Scott Abbott saying, are the police even in pursuit? Haven't seen them in the video. Scott, we know that police are watching him via police helicopter. Eric J. Muse saying that this is a good Sons of Anarchy chase.
Yeah, if only there was a burner phone.
What are the odds that this is a secret promotion? Okay. Of Sons of Anarchy.
Hi, Bina. Thanks for watching.
I think... Can you please tell us more about the box truck you once saw? Josh Mickelson, actually you can see it on our YouTube channel. If you search FNN box truck chase, it's a pursuit that I covered at some point in the last 6 months. So you can go back and watch it. It's from Los Angeles around the 5 freeway. Okay, guys, I see lots of your questions and comments. We appreciate
I'm
it.
just sitting here in LA with my popcorn. See, we're telling you, Evan knows LA is notorious for these chases.
Yeah.
And so to have one in Phoenix, it's a different flavor for us.
It is.
And it is so, it's so newsworthy that our national outlet picked it up. What we do Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. here, is we utilize Fox National's satellites, whatever they send us, to bring you live breaking news, not only locally, but nationally. So we were utilizing our own local helicopter, Skyfox, to bring you this chase, and Fox National then in turn picked it up. So these are the types of events you can see all the time here on Fox 10 News Now, live breaking news, not only in Phoenix, but all over the country. And right now, he's still at it.
All right, guys, we just want to tell you or remind you that viewer discretion is advised. This is a live event, you know, in case anything graphic occurs. We just wanted to give you that heads up that this is live coverage, and we want you to be aware of that. Also, many of you guys have been asking, are police actually physically pursuing him? They are via the air, via helicopter. I just asked our assistant news director if there were any police on the ground. The police are following along via helicopter. Tim Brown saying, I'm from the UK and they don't show things like this. How long do they normally last and how often? Well, Kinsey, a lot of the police chases happen during the evening show especially. So
But they're so brief.
Well, it depends on when they're sent over. Because I remember covering one in Southern California that went from the San Diego area up until Riverside. It was about 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Wow.
To the point where our chopper ran out of fuel and couldn't follow the suspect any longer.
No.
That's another one you can look up. If you just go to the Fox 10 Phoenix YouTube page and type in police chase, who knows what you'll stumble upon.
You'll stumble on an entire library of them, because it is something we cover pretty regularly here. We once in LA, we had a low speed chase. It was a convertible, and the guy would get out of the convertible and dance and then get back in the convertible. So if you are a fan of these kinds of chases, check that out on our YouTube channel as well. It was a low speed chase out of LA. It's a cool day though. If you're gonna, today is it's an absolutely beautiful day here in Phoenix. The temperatures are pretty low, probably probably higher 70s into the low 80s, which is, we love that weather compared to what we're about to have coming.
Compared to 115 degree weather, this is the perfect kind of weather to escape on a motorcycle. So basically,
but legally, she's suggesting legally, a legal escape on a motorcycle.
All right, Richard tweeting us, I'm just waiting for him to run out of gas. Great job, guys. Richard, we're thinking the same thing. I wonder if he's just going to keep going and going. Because here's the thing.
And this traffic does not slow him down.
No, well, here's the thing. If there are no police physically pursuing him, they're only pursuing by air, is the motorcyclist aware that he's still being pursued? He's not dumb enough to think he's not being pursued, because he was once being pursued, but he went so fast, at one point going over 100 miles per hour.
That's right, we lost him.
Police lost him.
Well, we lost him too.
Right, that's true.
We lost him from air. We've been following him from Skyfox since, the 12:50, 12:45, 12:50.
Right.
So
I'm trying to figure out what street we're at now.
Well, I saw them zoom in on Pathfinder, but I don't know if he was just past. We could still be on Dynamite. Look, he's running red lights.
Whoa.
He knows he's being followed.
Yeah, he knows. That answers my question. Nate Hutchinson tuning in. Brent Kleinman saying motorcyclists should be at Desert Ridge pretty soon. One of my favorite shopping centers in the Phoenix area. DJ Ocho saying, I'm local Phoenix guy now living in Vegas. You don't get these here, so interesting what this guy is doing. Jackie saying, you think he'll run out of fuel eventually? Will he be riding forever? Eventually he will run out of fuel, guys.
I know, but the scary thing is that we are watching this live with you, and discretion is advised, because he's picking up speed here pretty quickly.
Yes.
So we do advise you to be cautious.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're local, you can see this high-speed chase has been picked up by our local affiliate, as our channel. If you want to tune into Fox 10 on your TV, you can see that we actually. Oh, we're not showing you reruns of some of those daytime shows. Absolutely not. We are. Well, now we're back to the daytime show. But we did break in for some motorcycle chase.
Will asking, since it's such a nice day outside, are you sure he's just not out for a joyride? What if he brings the bike back? Some of your comments here are entertaining us, to say the least. Brian asking us to prom.
Oh, I never got to go to prom. I homeschooled.
Are you volunteering, Kinsey?
Yes.
Evan saying, watching a Corvette chase in LA smashed into a pole. Wow, driver got out, shot at police killed him on the steam. See, that's what we're saying. Evan's seen things like that. So we just want to give you guys the warning here that anything's possible. He's picking up speeds. Look at this. He wasn't going this fast before.
Not only has he been speeding, he also is. I've seen him run multiple red lights.
Right.
So, I mean, I hope this bike is worth it.
It's so interesting.
What's unfortunate about these chases is we usually cover them with high energy.
Right.
And then we never get the backstory.
Right.
Wouldn't it be interesting to go back and find out why some of these people did what they did, what their circumstances were?
Right. Maybe it was maybe it's like a Robin Hood kind of thing.
No. Stop right there.
Okay.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
You never know. I'm just giving everyone the benefit of the doubt. That's all.
What happens if it was repossessed and you're so desperate to have your bike back, or your wife got it in the divorce and you're like, you know what, Bethany, you're not going to keep my motorcycle. I loved it more than you, and you go back and you get your bike. You don't know what the circumstances are.
That's very true. Will asking, is he breaking the law by not wearing a helmet? Safety first. Well, if he's already stolen the motorcycle, Will, I don't think laws are something he abides by.
Look at all the way these people are driving too. This is.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna move us out so we can monitor this full shot. All right, I want to acknowledge Brent Kleinman, who tweeted us saying that the motorcyclist is headed to Bell Road on Tatum. What's interesting is this is basically where I live. Not to tell you guys where I live.
I know, hold on,
But
hold
like,
on.
this is a very familiar area.
Hold on, click out of us.
What's happening?
All right, go back to your, let's tell them your address now.
Okay. Well, that's Tatum and Acoma. I'm just saying that this is a street that I travel on every single day.
So basically, if you text him right now, you can give him the
I'll tell him to
password
turn right.
to your garage so he has a place to stash the bike.
Johnny Blaze has a good point in someone who tweeted us saying if no police are on the ground, what happens if he gets off the cycle? He could just go into the mall, for example, and disappear. Interesting point because
BB Mall is right there.
He's approaching the Paradise Valley Mall right now.
I know, but he's got to look. We've seen him from the front throughout this car chase. We've seen the front of him. He's got a very specific look about him.
Right. Did he just turn? Did he?
There he is.
Yep. So he was on Tatum. He just turned. Is that more furniture? Is this Thunderbird? Yep, that's more furniture right there. He is on Thunderbird. The next block, he'll be passing my dry cleaner. Now this is personal.
I know.
He's in my space. And Joe Chacon, I like this comment. You guys need a weekly show and be commentators for all our LA chases.
We agree.
We know those LA streets very well. We'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's a little strange when it is in your neighborhood. I used to live over
yeah,
here.
you were my neighbor. So it's interesting knowing.
Well, and it's such a busy part of town that I
Right.
just don't know where you're going to hide. What are you doing?
Well,
What is the ultimate plan?
So he's turned right from Tatum. Looks like it's Thunderbird. Does that mean he is? Yep, I think that's the Fry's parking lot right there. To the left is the Fry's grocery store, or actually to the north, this up here. On this side is Papa John's and the dry cleaner. We are approaching 40th Street. On that.
Wait, but there's the Boston Market, though. You forgot to mention the Boston Market.
Well, he's turning now on 40th Street. Oh gosh, he's on 40th Street. See? And there's a Panda Express right here to his right. I'm sorry, guys. This is we know these streets.
Yeah,
and he's near my house. I wish I was home right now. I could give you guys a live report. I could go stand outside and try to. Never mind.
Periscope.
Maverick watching from Ireland asking why nothing interesting happens there in Ireland. People abide by the laws in Ireland.
Didn't Ireland give us a member of One Direction, though?
Maybe.
Niall.
All right, so he's passing. Okay, so he hasn't passed Cactus yet. The next major street that he would be approaching is Cactus Road. From Cactus Road, he can actually get on. I think he might be going to the 51. Yeah, the 51 freeway. Because you can't.
But he hasn't. But he avoided the 101. Why would you jump on the 51? Do you think he's avoiding the freeways or no?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, maybe the objective is the 51, but I don't know why he would have just hopped on the 101.
So now he's passing this bridge right over here, and then we're going to be approaching Cactus in the next minute or so. The next major street light is Cactus Road. This is Cactus Road right here.
And he's trying to make his.
Let me move us so you guys can see him.
I feel like he's going to make a right turn lane.
Yeah, he's going to make a right on Cactus. Now he's going towards the 51. Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he gets in the left lane or the right lane. I guess he could.
So he's moving to the left. That's where you get on 51.
Yeah. The 51 north.
This is how I drive to work each day.
You're giving away too much information.
I'm sorry, guys. This is just really exciting for me. Nothing ever happens in my area. I know how you in Ireland feel. This is exciting.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
So if any of you would like to use the same dry cleaner or Boston Market as Samia. All right. Oh, yeah, there's that park.
Yeah, so that's the park right there.
Very nice weekend fairs at that park.
Yeah, they do a weekend farmers market on Saturdays, and there is a tennis court right there.
He's in the center.
All right, it looks like he did not take 51 at all. He's still traveling on Cactus Road, however. We know he's traveling on Cactus Road. And he is stopping in traffic. Wonder if he's going to stay at this light or try to weave through traffic.
He has not let traffic stop him so far.
Oh, here he is. He's weaving through traffic.
Gonna probably go through that light. So wait, he just turned on, what is that?
The Jack in the Box.
Well, no, what? Is it
32nd? Is it 32nd Street? It might be 32nd.
Wait, looks like our feed
we
is frozen
lost
for a second. It's just frozen for a second, and we'll get it back.
Stay with us, guys. Don't go anywhere. We're going to read some of your tweets in the meantime. Tony's saying, damn, you guys have a lot of pools over there. Yes, it's Arizona. Every house pretty much has a pool. All right, there we go. Okay, guys, we are in North Phoenix. We know that the motorcycle turned right from Cactus Road, so the motorcycle is now traveling north again. Initially, alterations, 99-cent suits. I believe they're Safeway. Yeah, this is 32nd Street and Thunderbird. There's a great brunch place on the corner there. So he's turning, left on Thunderbird from 32nd Street. We know he is on Thunderbird right now, traveling west. Again, for those of you not too familiar with the Phoenix area, this is in North Phoenix. Traveling west on Thunderbird. So interesting that he made a right there. Just now, Kinsey and I were talking about how
the dead end.
Thunderbird dead ends eventually because it picks up on the other side of the mountain. You typically, looks like he's going in a residential area now. The street.
I know. I would love to know what his mindset is. I mean, what is the objective here?
Right. So now he's on 28th Street. The Thunderbird dead ends into 28th Street. He's traveling north on 28th Street
towards some of these
Greenway Road.
You get into some of these high-priced neighborhoods, though, in this area. Mm-hmm. You get closer into the Paradise Valley area, too. And there are so many photo radar vehicles and cameras that are also going to pick up his face.
Right. That's a good point, Kinsey. I'm going to put us back on screen.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'll do the one on this side. Nope. This side. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oops. All right. We know he is traveling north on 28th Street still. He is north of Thunderbird. It's so interesting because, you guys, this pursuit really started in Mesa, which is nowhere near here. Now we're at Greenway and 28th Street. This guy has been all over town. That's the fascinating thing with all of this. Let me just move us.
This is just exhausting at this point. I can't imagine how he's feeling if this is
what's going through his mind.
Right, because this has been over an hour. We're now in, I would say, and that's just when we got the announcement from PD.
Mm-hmm.
Was at around 12:45, 12:50. It's now 2:15.
Yeah.
And we're still going.
All right, it looks like the suspect has now turned. We need to just pay attention to some of the stores nearby that might help us identify which road he's on now. It's so hard to
Keep up.
follow along, but we do know he's still in the North Phoenix area.
I'm surprised though, because I do feel like a lot of these people know that there's something going on. Did you see how this black SUV aggressively, got into a different lane trying to avoid because a lot of people are saying to us, how does this person even know he's being followed? It doesn't. You're not seeing a police presence. But obviously, if you're on the ground, there's some sort of element that's allowing people to know that there's something scary going on. Because we've seen multiple people aggressively get out of his way, and then when they don't, he'll just zoom right in between cars too. And we are watching this live with you. Discretion is advised. We don't know what's going to happen, and we will cut if anything, does happen that is unfortunate or inappropriate. We will definitely cut so that we don't keep it on screen. But we are carrying this live with you right now. Discretion is advised.
Yakov asking, why are we watching a police chase without police? Police are there. They're in the air right now. They have a helicopter up there. I'm wondering if they have different units on the ground in different locations. Obviously, this guy hasn't stopped at all. It's amazing. He obviously knows he's being pursued, because why else would he run red lights?
Yeah, multiple red lights.
And
he's taken multiple turns around cars that are waiting to take a turn.
Right, that's very true.
He's created an entirely new turn lane as well.
We just passed one of those $3 car washes. Let's see if there are any stores that look familiar. Joe's Auto in Phoenix. Joe's Auto in Phoenix. That's on 7th Street, I believe. Did he turn on 7th Street?
We'll see here in a second. We're going to zoom in on, is it Sweetwater?
Oh, Cave Creek. It's Cave Creek and Sweetwater.
Cave Creek and Sweetwater, the O'Reilly, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I can put us in the corner again.
Okay.
Right? By the way, we want to thank you guys so much for tuning in with us and watching along as this live pursuit unfolds. I know many of you guys have questions. I know you guys are tuning in from all over the world. We appreciate you guys tweeting us, letting us know your thoughts. If you want to keep in touch with us, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, all of those lovely social media sites, Instagram. Wow. And someone on Twitter, how many gallons does a motorcycle hold? How far can it go before it runs out of fuel?
I don't know.
I'm sure someone out in internet land
tweet
knows.
us the answer to that, because that's honest. Look at how beautiful that is.
I do love that shot. Is he still on Cave Creek?
I believe so.
Again, guys, we are still in North Phoenix.
I'm sure it's because this is a motorcycle and they want to protect the suspect. They want him brought in safely. But I can't remember the last time I saw a pursuit that lasted this long. Typically, cops will throw out the strips. Right. They'll throw out, they'll have those huge police vehicles that actually ram into the suspect when it goes on for too long. But I'm sure it's because of that he's on a motorcycle that they're being so careful. But this has been going on for an hour and a half now.
It's crazy. How is this
appropriate? How is this an appropriate use of everybody's resources at this time? You know what I'm saying?
DJ Ocho saying, I'm guessing if gas tank is full, he'll get a good 150 miles or so, maybe more. Good to know, DJ Ocho. Well, we know he started in Mesa, went all the way up North of Anthem, then came back down. Now
Right.
he's traveling north again. Actually, he's traveling west now, maybe south. It's so hard to keep track. Let me just move us so we can see a full shot of the motorcycle. That is, they just passed Mountain View Road. Mountain View Road. Our assignment editor just tweeted the pursuit coming up on Cave Creek, Dunlap, 7th Street area. I know that
West on Dunlap.
again, the motorcycle heading west on Dunlap. Eventually, he's going to approach Interstate 17. I wonder if he's going to go back up on Interstate 17. He was on there a half hour ago.
Ooh. Every time we've suspected he was going to go in one direction, he goes a completely different direction.
Maybe he's
so.
watching news now on his phone. Well, I mean, that would be really dangerous. But,
Well,
we are available on your phones as well.
He's run like 7 red lights, so I don't think that he's concerned with danger.
Will's tweeting me saying, looks like he's entering a school zone. Please advise listeners.
I had Marco ask, why doesn't the police just force him into the side with their cars? And again, I believe it's associated with the safety of others.
Right. Nine's tweeting us, these high-speed chases really aren't like they are in the movies. So I'm being told by my assignment editor that he's heading west on Hatcher, but when I take a look at the map, Hatcher eventually dead ends at 19th Avenue. So we shall see if he continues on Hatcher.
Can we show them that?
Until 19th Avenue.
Well, we probably don't want to take them away from the chase.
Yeah, we can put the chase in the corner.
Just for a second.
All right, guys, just a quick look at the map right here. You can see that he's on Hatcher right here, and then at 19th Avenue, it would dead end. Let me just zoom out for those of you who want a better look at the whole area here. We are in this area right here. Hatcher is right here. Let's get back now to the chase. All right, so hearing from my assignment editor, he turned southbound on 19th Ave from Hatcher. As we mentioned earlier, Hatcher did dead end. It's now on 19th Ave, but no, he's in a parking lot now. What is going on, guys? Again, we have no idea how this is going to end. These are live images coming in courtesy of Skyfox. We've been following this guy for a while, and he doesn't seem to want to stop. He just
made a huge mistake.
Went into that bank parking lot and changed his mind.
So much construction in the city, though. It's ridiculous. Oh, headed to the QT. No.
Maybe he's going to get some gas.
No.
He's on 19th Avenue,
Yep.
southbound 19th Avenue. Probably approaching Dunlap. Yep, he's at 19th Avenue and Dunlap. And now he is crossing through, running red lights, traveling southbound. I'm continuing to follow both the chopper as well as the Google Maps so that we always are aware of exactly where he is. For those of you just tuning in, it is crazy how long this chase has been going on. This guy started down in Mesa, which is, I mean, let me just take you guys to the map momentarily. This guy started down here, he was pulled over, traveled all the way up here, went around here, went down here, or went down here, went across here, went down here, now he's here. It's pretty crazy. That's a rough idea of how this route unfolded. I know some of you guys are tweeting us very concerned that there are no police
cars
in this actual chase as far as what you're seeing on the screen. I can assure you that police are monitoring this situation.
But they lost them. Originally, the police officers lost this motorcycle. This chase started at around 12:45, 12:50. We had our Skyfox
almost 2 hours ago.
I know. We had Skyfox on top of this, as well as the police helicopter, and we completely lost the suspect. We'd given up on the chase. We had been bringing it to you from the get-go. We went to a Sheriff Joe press conference, and then had to interrupt our Sheriff Joe press conference because we found him again. And it's like you said, he's been all over the city, from Cave Creek to Mesa, up Scottsdale Road, and we have no idea what the outcome is going to be. We have no idea what the objective is, because where are you trying to go at this point? The suspect has been clocked at speeds of 100 miles an hour. Wow.
That is pretty crazy, guys. And we can assure you that we have communicated with police, so we do know that they are monitoring the situation.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
He's dropped the bike. He is trying to go.
What?
All right, things just turned. Oh gosh, what has just happened, guys? The newsroom has become chaotic. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, what do we do? We have nothing to monitor." So we know that he has now.
So is this your house? Do you run and escape
And by the
into
way,
your
look
house?
at the SUV that's turning in now. You know there are also undercover police units. So that vehicle right there could be an undercover police SUV.
Let's also watch for him physically.
Oh,
There he is, right there.
You're right.
And I hope that's that.
There he is.
Is that really him, or is that somebody running from?
Because
I think during one of the last chases, and maybe you were covering it or watching it with me in LA, you know, you saw people that were in the retail area fleeing because they were scared.
Right.
So a lot, you know, I don't want to immediately assume somebody is the suspect when it could just be somebody fleeing from the apartment complex because they're scared. They've had multiple helicopters over them, and I'm sure it feels as chaotic as it feels in this newsroom right now watching this.
I see a lot of you guys getting screenshots of what was written on top of that building. It's a play on the word "God bless," good bless.
Well, what do you think that is?
I don't know. I just saw the tweet and I thought I would acknowledge Socrates
We should
Johnson.
Google that though, because what if that is? We've had so many people.
Okay, let's see what's going on.
So what if that whole thing is just some? I mean, if it's a music group, as Facebook is saying, if this is a music group, could that be? That's just a strange way to end the chase with all the helicopters hovering over this band's name. Not to play conspiracy theorist person.
Where is this guy? I want to thank all of you guys that have tuned in to watch us. We cover a lot of things besides police chases. We cover a lot of political events as well. So if you're entertained by Donald Trump rallies, we usually have all of them here. We have breaking news. We have great conversations. Sometimes we have live studio guests. And stay with us.
It's near Bethany Home Road for those asking. Hot Mama of 2 that tweeted me. It's near Bethany.
Bethany Home.
Is he there? Is that? Oh, yep. They got him.
There he is. All right, guys, so he has been apprehended between 19th Avenue between Northern and Glendale. As soon as we cut away from this scene, we will go ahead and take you to a map, and we'll try to show you guys in chronological order everywhere this suspect went. We're hearing that the apartment complex is on 19th Avenue and Myrtle specifically, which is, again, right in between Northern and Glendale. Ben saying so he was driving from no cops, decided to run into cops. No, I think that police were pursuing him, but they were in unmarked vehicles. Yeah. Oftentimes police in the Phoenix area use undercover vehicles in situations like this to throw off any possible suspect that they may be pursuing. And if we haven't acknowledged your tweet, please forgive us. We have a lot of you guys tweeting us right now. It is a very exciting chase that we just watched unfold. We'll try to get back to as many tweets as possible. Try to get back to you guys via Twitter, or give you guys a shout out here on News Now whenever we can. Want to acknowledge one of our viewers, actually, William Mai, saying he'll be at the Trump rally in Chicago on Friday, asking us if we want him to cover it for us. Hilarious, Will. Mike, you're welcome for the pursuit coverage. Glad you enjoyed that. It was another interesting police chase, for sure. All right, guys, so we see a group of officers there at the apartment. I do see Christy tweeting me, you could totally tell he ran out of gas there. Yeah, I'm interested in knowing if that was just a place where he decided to pull over and run, or if he actually lives there or knows someone in the building. So often when we cover these police pursuits, when the suspect gets out of the vehicle, or in this case gets out of the motorcycle, they oftentimes try to get inside an apartment building that they're familiar with. Right now we don't have that information, obviously,